I'm a simple Filipina from the Philippines. I'm Marylou Muga with one good husband and 3 kids. I have been here for already 3 years. 3 years. So last November 2006. So Baruch Hashem, to Dalael, thanks God that I have a good employer. My employer is Susana Aberbach. She is so good to me. She has 3 wonderful children and grandchildren. So every time they came here, we have a good times. We talk like this, and they are very nice. They don't give me trouble. I have a good condition here.
What are your conditions, working conditions? Can you talk about how you are?
How's my working condition?
Do you have off days? You know.
Yeah. I don't have a COPES. This is my decision. But they allowed me to go if I want to go Litayel, like to go to the Mount Hermon, to see the beautiful things here in Israel. They allowed me. But for me, time is so important to me. So we come here to earn good money. There is a handsome dollars here in Israel. And for the Filipino people, Israel serves as the second home for the Filipino people. So we have a good opportunities here. During Saturday, she allowed me to take COPES for 2 to 3 hours like this. I have one Filipino to look at her. So I take this opportunity, but after that, I came back again Saturday night.
Okay, so you...
But I'm not so sorry because even I don't have a long time with some of my friends there. I don't have some gimmicks that they call the gimmicks. They sing and dance there and everywhere. They go to a good place in Takana. It's okay for me because I spend my 3 hours in the magazine that I'm working for.
Okay. We'll talk about the magazine later, but normally a Filipino guest worker in Israel, they work 6 days a week.
Yes, 6 days a week.
When is the holiday starting?
Some of the Filipino people, they start their day off. Their day off Friday night until Saturday night like this. We have 26 hours COPES or the day off. We have 26 hours.
This is in your contract?
In our contract. We are so lucky because Israel gave us a good policy for the Filipino people. In the Middle East, they are so envy with us. The other people in the Middle East, they said to us that when they saw our Facebook, they saw the pictures that we can go every place. We can take pictures. Not all in the Middle East, they have the permission to take pictures. Not like here. It's like a free country. We can go wherever we want, as long as there is someone who will take care of our employer. But we cannot leave the employer alone. We cannot leave.
So when you go, or when any Filipino guest workers takes a day off on Saturday and goes
Saturday night. It's very important to everyone.
To Tel Aviv. Who comes here to take care of them?
Sometimes the one who take care of the employer is the children. If there is one available to the children, there is one available, they look for their ima. Sometimes they will get to the agency. The agency will give the reliever to the Filipino people.
So the agency will give somebody else just for that 12 hours?
Sometimes 5 hours, 4 hours, 3. But me, only 3 hours that I get is somebody from the agency.
I see.
Because we cannot get somebody without permission to work here.
And most Filipino guest workers live in the house of their employers, right?
Yes. There are 2 types of work here in Israel. The one is you can live here, live in. The live-in situation, working for the employer. And one is from live out. They are going to, Betabot? Is this the home for the aged like
James
this?
Was working.
Yes. James is working from Betabot. Okay, they can go 7 a.m. in the morning, and after that, in the afternoon, they go out again.
To their houses.
To their houses, like this. In Tel Aviv, most of the Filipino people live in Tel Aviv. Neve Sha'anan, Levinsky, Yesod Hamala, in Tel Aviv. Is near Takana Merkaz. And Takana Merkaz is the station. So all the buses is already there. So this is the safest for us. This is the nearest and safest place for the Filipino people.
It's because the Filipino guest workers work all around Israel.
Yes.
And then they take the bus.
They take the bus
and they end up in the bus station.
Okay, yes. Because there's in Asdod, in Haifa, in Jerusalem, and you can find the bus or the Sherut in Takana Markasim.
And do you go out on Saturday nights to Takana?
Yes, I go out just to visit and to report to the magazine that I am working.
So tell us about your magazine. Show us your first...
I'm so proud. We are so proud that we have the Pinoy na Babasahin. Pinoy na Babasahin, Boses ng Masa. It serves as the voice of the people, of the Filipino people. This is, you can find and read in this magazine the good stories of the Filipino people, the activities that we are doing in spite of working 7 days a week. And we are so busy, but we see to it that to give time in writing. And it's good because many Filipino people, many my OFWs in every place of the world, they are asking us how you can do that because you are so busy, you are so working. But here's the deal. Everybody is busy. Everybody is so busy. It's so hard for us because if you want to make an interview with the other people and how's their life in the balabait or in the employer, they told to us that, oh, we don't have time like this, we are so busy. But I'm so happy, but the other people, they are so good. They want to tell their stories so that you can get a moral lesson. They will inspire to other people. I'm so happy to write. This is my passion. I have a passion.
This is not the only Filipino magazine
yes.
for the community.
Now, we have four magazines already here in the... It's good, but we have the good relationship. We are not fighting. We are not fighting. We have the only style in writing. There's a lot of good Filipino people. They have a good mission in life. It's very good. It's very good. So we are not fighting about the magazine. We don't want. We are family here. It's so hard to be a part in our family, but here, what is good to the Filipino people, in every place that you go, you are family. We are big, happy family here. We are family.
How do you finance the magazine?
It's good that we have a good financer. It is Miss Lota Garbe sa Pilipina from the Philippines, and she got married to a very good Israeli named Moshe Garbe. They are the one who financed the magazine, and many people wants to support the magazine.
So your magazine is privately financed?
Yes, but we as a writer, we are free. We are free. We do this. We are writing this story. We want to serve the people.
For volunteering.
We are volunteer here. We are volunteers, and it's good because it's good that you can share the ideas and knowledge. You gave the good things. You gave good stories to the people. Everything is already here.
Like, there are some people in Israel, Filipino guest workers, who cannot come to Tel Aviv so frequently,
yes.
And they must be feeling very lonely in their home. I know that now there's internet.
There is internet.
But, does your magazine also serve the people
yes.
who cannot come to Tel Aviv?
We are so thankful to the people who are supporting us. And we have a people who send the magazine to the every places here in Haifa, in Jerusalem.
Yes.
So they can find this magazine, and it's good because if you are not taking day off, you can read, and it's good that you are you are traveling when you are reading. Even you are in the home, you see these places. There are so many good things that the Filipinos, they have good activities. It's good. You can read.
And do you have, in one of the magazines, I'm not sure if it was in your magazine, there was an article about a Filipino guest worker who just arrived in Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
Riyadh. Is it in your magazine?
Yes. We have a contributing writer from Riyadh.
Okay.
And from the, yes.
Can you tell us what she wrote about? Because that was very interesting.
Yeah, it is all about the life, how to survive the 3 months in Saudi Arabia. Because in Saudi Arabia, there's no freedom for the workers, nakon. There is a time that you can go out. You cannot go there easily. It is not, there is a, just like what I said, there is a curfew in everything. You cannot go there to buy like this. You cannot make noise. It is very strict in Saudi. You know, Saudi Arabia, it's very strict. So she said that, what you're thinking, you are living in the four corners of your room. How you can survive in this? You can see the desert like this. You only see the buildings. And there is a limited time to see and mingle to other Filipino. But what is good in the Saudi or like this, there's places you can eat to the Filipino restaurant there. There is a Jollibee. We are proud of promoting Jollibee. So we love Jollibee. So when we saw in the pictures, oh, you have already the Jollibee there. It's good to go there. Sometimes we are making a joke that we want to go there just to eat in Jollibee.
So the first 3 months is the most difficult?
It's the most difficult, especially when this is the very first time that you are living with your family. It is not like, because in the Philippines, most of the people is working in Manila. All the good establishment is in Manila. All the good opportunities is in Manila. So we are living in the province, we are working in Manila. But not like here when you go to the strange foreign country, there's no many Filipino. Sometimes you are working with the India, Morocco, Lebanese, different culture, different races. It's so hard for us, but this is it. This is the deal. Filipinos is the most resilient and happiest person in the world. So we can easily mingle to other person because we have a love for the people. We are the hospitable people. It's so easy for us to mingle. It's so easy for us to work with other people. But surviving in the Middle East for 3 months, it is the adjustment period. You will adjust to their policy there, the rules and regulations there. You will adjust for the food that you need to eat. You will adjust to the environment.
So, for example, maybe I will have an opportunity to show this to other Filipino guest workers in Lebanon, for example.
Okay.
What would be your advice for people who just arrived in a Middle Eastern country from Philippines? What should they do for the first 3 months to be happy, not to be sad?
Not to be sad.
You are experienced.
Yes.
You can tell us about your experience and how, because you must be terribly missing your country, your family, your children. What is your advice to the other people who cannot come to big cities, who cannot read your magazines?
Okay, this is it. Before you go to one country, before you decided that this is it, you want to work to, for example, in a foreign country, you need to study first. How's the way they live? What is the food that they eat? What like this? And then when you go there, what is the behavior of the people? You need to learn. You need to research, so that when you come here, you will not just like an alien in one planet that you don't know what to do. And you need to find also, you need to be friendly. Because this is, before, I always cry. My first, even a year, until now. Because it's so hard. 1,000,000 miles away from your family. But what I did, it's good that I can write these stories because all the boredomness in my life, it lessened. Be met. You need to do the things that you want. I have many hobbies. I love to cook. This is also helps me not to be boredom. And then it's only lately that I have internet, but before I doesn't have. So what I need when you and your Ima go outside and make some litayel, you need to mingle to other person. Even it is India or from Nepal, you need to talk to other people. It's good. There are so many things that you need to do. It's not only about reading. You have a television. Sometimes I cannot understand because I'm not good in Ibrit also. Anilomi binahar be Ibrit, but It's okay. I see in the pictures like this, and every time when you go, see to it that you have many friends here also. I don't go out every time, but even even in my neighbors, sometimes they ask me, they love to talk to me, even the children.
Yeah.
So this is it. This is what you need to think. In times of hardship, in times of boredom, you need to think. In the Philippines, you cannot earn a good money like this. Because for us, many Filipinos who came here, they finished their studies. They are teachers. Education is very important to us. Because for us, we believe that education is the key to fight poverty. Our country is very rich. Our country is very nice. We have beautiful lands. We have wonderful people. We have the positive forces and values. This is what we want to, in everything that we do, we want to do it with love, everything. We want to excel. But what we can do, you know that the economy, there is a crisis in economy globally, nakon?
Yes.
What we can do, we as the OFWs are the one who save the economy of our country. Our remittances help the country. Until now, we are fighting. This is what is good for the Filipino people. Even we go outside the country, in every nation's success, there is a one Filipino behind that. We are working so hard. Even in the Washington, in the cook there is a Filipino.
Yes.
The chef cook is a
The White
Filipino.
House.
Yes, you know Arner Pineda in the journeys in
In Jordan?
no, Arner Pineda now is in the famous group, the Journeys. You know?
It's like a music group?
Yeah, it's a.
No.
You need to research this.
Oh, okay.
There is one Filipino there, and then even the one. There's a lot of good singers in the Philippines. There's a lot of wonderful Filipino in the Philippines. So, this is it. I'm proud of being Filipino, but they told us why you are here, why you leave your family. It's so hard. You have a good job there, why you are making pupu. You know pupu, why you are cleaning pupu. You are cleaning all these things because there's many nurses here. There's a dentist here. There's a lot of teachers here in Israel. But because of our love to our family, we survive. We survive here in Israel. It's not so easy to work here. And even in many places, there's no easy job. Even when you are eating, it's very hard also. But what you need is patience, a lot of patience, and we need to ask the guidance of God. This is very important, the guidance of God. You can do and you can walk in the right road, in the right way when you ask the guidance of God. This is the secret, how to survive and how not to think or to do bad things. You need to ask the guidance of God because this is it. Life is like the cycle of life. It is ups and downs. There's a happiness. There is a sadness. This is life. This is our life. But always believe that when you're in trouble, what is good to the Filipino people, in spite of trouble, on hardship, whatever the trouble it is, we can still stand. We can still dance. We can still sing. This is because of our faith to God. We do believe that in spite of the hardship, of the trouble, of the sufferings, there will be no blessings without the sufferings. This is what the Filipino people believes.
And I experienced this when I came here, and also with my work with the Turkish immigrants in Germany. Believing in God becomes very, very important, especially when you're away from
the
home.
family.
Yes.
Okay. Because you will remember that good people will be blessed. Baruch Hashem. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. I can, thank you is not enough. Thank you is not enough. But God is so good all the time. This is how we survive. Because of God, we can take all the troubles, all the hardship.
Yes.
It's nothing. It's
you-
hardship is nothing for us.
Did you feel that since you came here, you became more going to the church, more religious in some sense?
This is when you are apart with your family. You are much closer to God. Be met. And and Philippines is the only Catholic Christian country in Asia.
In the Asia.
In Asia.
Yes.
So this is it. We have a strong faith to God. I can say that I have a good relationship with God. To all of us, even just say His name, just say His magic name, and everything will be okay.
Here I realized that many Filipinos, they go to the church also on Saturday evening. But
Saturday evening, Friday evening, Saturday evening, and there is also the Sunday.
But is this common in the Philippines? You
Yes,
go to the church?
in the Philippines, every day you can go to the church. This is our life. Our life is going to school, going to the church. We give time to everything. We are
Here I saw the Filipino community sometimes go to Jaffa because the main churches
yes,
are there.
it's in yeah.
But some of them cannot go to Jaffa because it's not so close. So
Yes.
they create new churches.
New church here, the Divine Mercy here in Takanamer kasi.
Yes,
And
I've
there's a
been
lot of it is a big place, but it's very
There's so many
crowded.
people,
There's
yes.
so many people. I think they need to put another one.
Another one, yes.
But I don't know. It's so hard also because it's very expensive to
make it.
to make a church.
How do you make a chapel? Because some of them were in buildings. How do they do it? You know, it's not a church architecture.
It's not yeah. But as long as you can pray, this is
Yes.
it. As long as you can pray and there is a mass ceremony, it's okay. Even in the stairs, the Filipino even you're outside, as long as you can read
You can
the
hear.
homily, the good messages, the good message from God, it's good.